Nice. This is Moxie Day 34. And I'm recording it on Saturday evening, because Friday, Thursday I got carried away with some IRL stuff. And I wanted to wait for the community call, because we were supposed to get the information about Moxie Council and all the other exciting things coming to Moxie. And we did. But today I don't want to talk about that. I want to kind of stand on the back of the giants and reinforce what I was saying about my trading strategy, because there are some amazing people who are writing, like Fibo, or writing comprehensive guides. And he already wrote comprehensive guide to Moxie, basically A to Z Moxie. I talked about it in the past, and today I'm going to quickly take you on a tour through Ultimate Fan Token Trading Guide, because it sort of reinforces in much more detail what I was saying on the video in the day 33. So let's jump into the document. I will just walk you through it. There is a lot of details, and some of you might get scared because it looks like there is a lot of math, but don't worry, because the next thing I'm going to show you is the frame from Fibo, or script guy, which will actually list the tokens and their PE ratios for you, so you don't have to go and calculate it. You can just, look at it here. I will come back to this in a second. So this is the introduction. We all know that there is, around 90,000 Moxie holders, and really just around 5,200 fan token holders. So there's a lot of room for people to start buying fan tokens. There's a lot of room for people to actually launch their fan tokens. I am slowly changing my mind about the timing when you should launch it. I think, if you have a channel which you plan to grow long term, you should probably just launch. Get away with the auction, set up some basic, get some basic idea about the price, and then from there, the emission of tokens is unlimited. It's on the curve, and it will evolve as your channel evolves. You can start working with the Moxie Fan Token as a gating subscription and all the other things. So it's just that. I want to take you to the section where Fibo explains what is price earnings ratio, because not everybody may be familiar with that. And that's one of the things which I believe that he does as well. A lot of other people do. That, the comparing total value locked with the earnings shared with fans, which he calls post-split earnings, is the right metrics to watch. And why? Well, basically because that's how many people, let's say, wallets, are sharing the earnings which are available to the fans. So total value locked, you can imagine it, it's basically the value of Moxie tokens which are locked. And between these tokens, all the earnings are shared. And obviously, the higher the ratio, meaning, total value locked versus earnings, let's say, maybe the more known and overbought the token may be, the fan token may be, simply because, there's very little room to grow. If, the price earning ratio in our calculation would actually flip, meaning, the TVL, total value locked, would be more than earnings shared with fans over the course of a year, which is the calculation we are using here, and Fibo is using. It will basically mean you get less than what you paid for, which will make really sense, right? So the price earning ratio is really just one way how to possibly find undervalued tokens. let's look at the example. Okay, here are the real numbers, how to calculate PE. So this is the value locked at, I think, September 10th. And here are the earnings in 7 days, because we want to calculate it first the year. That's how Fibo does it. I mean, you can calculate it on any sort of a timeline you want. You just have to stick to the timeline to understand how the numbers change, right? This is just the indicative data point. It's nothing which would be like, if you calculate it this way and the number is less than 0.5, you must buy, or if it's more, you should sell. It's really just one indication, but a good one, because there is more and more fan tokens now, and to find the ones which have high potential to grow can be a fun game. And so here you go. Total value lock 5,800,000. 7 day rewards for fans 175k. You take these 175k 7 days, make it into a day, multiply it by 365 to get a yearly number. And here comes your PE ratio, which is around 0.64. It's pretty high, as you saw in the frame, which is showing the tokens with the highest potential first. This is like 0.12, 13, 14, 16, 19. So it's obvious that Beta Shop's token is relatively popular, and everybody knows him kind of, so it has the high PE ratio, and the potential for growth is sort of smaller. But again, this is the assumption, which is based on the fact that sometimes people who are unknown can have awesome engagement. They may do something very specific, which creates very strong community, and they can grow like crazy. So here are the examples of other calculations. This is of September 17th, so you can see hashtag 0.5, success. It's probably overbought already. Super rare, looks interesting, right? And then you have all these themes. Just examples, yeah. Fibo talks about the portfolio construction, how he would think about it. I think it's a little bit too much for Moxie, like too much theory and too much thinking for the fun part and the early stage where we are in. But I really like these examples, because the case studies of undervalued tokens should give you a hint how it might work. So this is the PE ratio on September 10th, and this is the price on September 17th. So it's basically 1 week, right? 0.7. This is the price on September 10th, and this is where it ended after a week. Similar with anime manga. You can go and check these prices today. They will be much higher. And you see that, 1 week can lead to like 70 or almost 50% increase in price, which is superb, right? If you would catch it early on, that will give you amazing profit, which you can use as investment. You can basically sell half of it and use it as an investment into another risky new low PE tokens. I'll stop here and come back to the Fibo's frame, because it's awesome. I will definitely be checking out Moxie Japan. Maybe actually even bought some tokens, and the token is still waiting for its moment, I would say. I will definitely check the reply. And Food Channel. I actually bought Food Channel some time ago, because I believe it's a good one. Reply guys, I'm surprised that it's so long, because it's a pretty popular channel. I took a photo again, a little bit surprised, but I think I took a photo, and super rare. I would basically say that these numbers are low because a lot of artists, even though they collect Moxie rewards, they do nothing with it. A lot of them didn't even launch their fan tokens because they don't understand it and they don't know how to do it. even though there's a lot of educational effort going on, a lot of people still don't get it. So this is how you would scroll through it. You would look into people, channels, whatever, and you will see whether there is something you find interesting. Tokens may have crazy prices, even though they have relatively low P ratios. And be aware that the low P ratio doesn't really mean you will win and you will get rich, but it's a great indicator. So go and try to use it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow in the summary episode of Moxie Daily 35. This will be the last episode before September 30th. Go vote, lock my tokens. I want to be on a Moxie Expert Council, and it depends on you. I'll see you tomorrow.